Hey there, my name is Sam. In this video, we are going to look at how ChatGPT works, as well as other AI search engines, and what that means from a marketing perspective, especially for local businesses. So we made this little image here. We're going to walk through each of these very quickly, hopefully in just a minute or two here, and then we'll give an example of what this looks like. So first, you have internet data. That's what the AI is trained off of. So the AI brain, the engine is trained on a massive data set taking from content across the internet, articles, websites, forums. This is generally how it gets its baseline for stuff. So it's trained off of data. Some things to be aware of is when the engine was trained. If it was trained a year ago, then anything that you've made in the last year isn't going to be a part of that initial data set. So something to be mindful of, but that's sort of phase number one. The AI engine is trained on this internet data. Next, we have the user query. This is going to be the input that we give it. So what are we asking? It might be a question like the best HVAC company in Costa Mesa, AC repair near me. One thing that is happening is as people are interacting with ChatGPT and AI engines, it's changing how they're searching. Usually it will be more conversational. It may include more voice search, which would be more conversational. And instead of maybe just like HVAC near me, it would be a longer, hey, what are the best HVAC companies in Costa Mesa? Obviously same concept, but it is changing the input. So you have that user query. So you have internet data, you have the user query. Next, we're going to look at real-time search. And so in most cases now, the AI engine is not just giving you information based off of its data set. It also is then going to search the internet for current and relevant information. Usually, especially if you're using any type of research mode, it's going to run multiple searches on a variety of ways to phrase your keyword, and it's going to compile all of those results. From a local SEO perspective, things that it might be looking for that would kind of set you apart. Local authority, so backlinks from local sources, news websites, Chamber of Commerce, just locally relevant backlinks and authority, that's going to matter. Brand mentions, so how often is your brand across the internet being mentioned? Think of best of list, Yelp, Reddit, local magazines, Nextdoor, things like that. Having local content, so if you're in Costa Mesa, having Costa Mesa specific pages around HVAC and AC repair and things like that. And then reviews, obviously, Google Business Profile, Yelp, local directories. Having stronger reviews is going to be beneficial for you. So all of that to say then how it all works, it's based, it has its baseline of training data. You then ask it a question. It then does multiple real-time web searches. It then takes all of this and puts it together in a synthesized answer. The AI, combines all of that, puts it together in a synthesized answer, and it's going to weigh the authority and relevance of different sources, and it'll give you a unique answer that even if you do the same search then a little bit later, it's going to give you a new answer based off of that. So that's generally how it works. So what it means for local businesses, your local authority really matters. And so good, brand mentions locally, links from relevant local sites, having relevant content on your website, having good reviews, making it easy for computers to understand. So you're looking at local schema and service related schema and things like that. All are going to better position you to show up in AI searches and results. So now quickly, let's take a look at this. There's one other thing I wanted to show you. This is from an old Medium article by Ashwin MJ. It's back in 2018. AI gets much deeper than this, but a simple way to think about it, next word prediction, one of a piece of how language learning models are generating results is it's guessing based on statistics what is the next most likely word here. And so if the first word is I, again, in this simple example, a third of the time it might be love, a third of the time it might be like, and so, without getting into tons of details, say it goes with like, and then it's, a third of the time photography, a third of the time science. This is all based off of its training data, what it's seeing. Why this matters and why I bring it up is knowing that, hey, if it's looking at lots of different training data, and if a part of the process is looking at how what's the most likely next word to show up, it would make sense then if you had a lot of information on your website about your location, about the services that you did, if you had a lot of information on third-party websites, LinkedIn articles, Medium, Reddit, your social channels that talked about your location and what you wanted to do, you are weighting the scales in your favor to be like, hey, this is the next most relevant term to come up here. I wanted to do an example here now. So this is Google's AI mode. And what I want you to watch is when I type this in, it's going to actually show you it's doing like 4, 5, 6, 7 searches. So if I just said, what is the best HVAC company in Costa Mesa based off our examples, kicking off, it's running 4 searches, it's looking at 43 different sites, it's looking from Google Maps, and it's putting it all together. So I was really quick, but that just gave an example, and you can go do this in AI mode and see it for yourself, where it was running those different searches, it was putting that all together, and then it's giving you an answer. And I am happy to say that the top answer is a client of ours, so that's really cool and great to see. But even look at this company specializes in residential repair and replacement and boasts a 5-star Google rating with 99 user reviews. Now this is Google's AI mode, so it's looking at the Google business profile. But all right, do reviews matter? Yes. Do rankings matter? Yes. Does experience matter? Yes. So that's all there. All that makes sense. A lot of this applies to traditional SEO, but I think it's really interesting to look at how AI search engines are working. This is all new. I know more than some. There are many people that know more than me, but I want to be sharing, here's what we're seeing, here's what we're learning, and how we are trying to best position work for our clients. So I hope that was helpful. If you have questions or thoughts, or if I was totally wrong on something, leave it in the comments. I'd love to get back to you. I'd love to learn more. And thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day.